Death is one of the most grim topics to bring up in a normal conversation. When brought up with the topic of death, the first thing people think about are their friends, family, and the life they're leaving behind. The one thing people don't think about is, what do you do with the body after? Do you let it rot, or does it serve another purpose? This evening, I will be going over the history of human dissection. I will speak about the beginnings of human dissection, how the bodies are prepared, and human dissection in the US today. The first practice is believed to have happened in Greece during the 3rd century BC in a city called Alexandria. Herophilus of Chalcedon and his associate Erasistratus of Ceos were the first two brave physicians to have begun this practice. Of course, it wasn't without the help of their Greek leaders, who ultimately wanted to be ahead of everybody else in scientific research. The bodies that were being used were those of prisoners who were already being sent to the deathbed. Of course, with this, there were people who disagreed with human dissection. The first person was Herophilus' pupil, Philotas of Kos. He didn't believe in human dissection and believed that non-invasive procedures gave more knowledge in the human anatomy than invasive ones. Another group was the church. The church and its followers believed that human dissection was morally corrupt and completely disagreed with it. Of course, this led to the slow production of bodies being able to be used for human dissection. Two problems arose with this. Not enough bodies led to grave robbing and to people killing other people just for being able to have a body. The second problem was the human body deteriorating. The physicians needed a way to keep the bodies to stay They needed to slow down the process for human body deterioration in order to have more time to be able to look at the bodies and to be able to see how the human body functions. Of course, the process that they were able to use was embalming. It begins by disinfecting the whole body and fixing the physical appearances such as small scrapes or cuts in the body. The way they started the embalming process was by putting preservatives into the bloodstream. This would make the human body look a little bit more lively and not dead. Of course, the process was slowed down, but it didn't stop the bodies from completely deteriorating. After a while, there was still a need for more bodies. Nowadays, there are programs put in place so that future medical students are able to practice on human bodies and see the anatomy. It is said that less than 20,000 Americans donate their bodies to research. Of course, these bodies are treated with dignity and respect, just as if they were alive. In conclusion, I have gone over the history of human body dissection, how the bodies are prepared, and bodies being used for dissection in the US today. Thank you.